Welcome to the 24th anniversary of the TGA's Silver Flame Award, presented by the men and women of the Tennessee Gas Association to that person who has brought natural gas to life for homeowners, business, schools, and industry in the volunteer state. This year, 2014, that person, Richard McIntosh, who served at Powell Clinch Utility District from 1985 until 2013 as a knowledgeable and caring leader and as an active member of the TGA. Colleagues of Richard McIntosh reminisce.
When he first came in 1985, we had 3,500 customers. Now we have over 17,000. Now, we shouldn't have to say much more when you put the word operations manager and that kind of growth together. But to fill in the blanks is important, to realize the fact that Richard was the hands-on, nuts and bolts man most directly responsible for that growth.
First thought is fairness. Richard is fair to everyone, whether it's the customer, whether it's the employee, whether it's a friend. No matter who it is, Richard is fair, always has been fair. Richard
was excellent with people. He didn't meet a stranger, and he would tackle anything. He didn't back up from nothing.
But people look at him as a leader, always have since I've worked there, and I personally appreciate his leadership and having been a mentor to me for the past 14 years.
The interest he's had mostly that stands out in my mind in the natural gas business has always been a customer service driven. Everything he did, everything he pushed to us has been serve the customer, make sure the customer's safe, but give them that same kind of one-on-one, one of the guys sort of feeling.
Well, he's a father figure, I'd say, for most of the guys. He's hired, I think, every employee there in operations but one. So I think there's one that's has a tenure longer than Richard. So they refer to him as dad, kind of his nickname around the operations, which kind of typifies, I think, how the employees feel about him.
He hired me, as I said. He's been a mentor, but not just as a gas man or a gas person. He's been a leader as how you lead people and how you treat people in a business setting. A man of faith. We used to joke that it really takes a strong man of faith to remain as Christian as Richard is here at the gas company sometimes.
Richard McIntosh, always there to encourage. Richard McIntosh, always there to mentor. Richard McIntosh, always there to care.
The two terms that come to mind to me for Richard McIntosh are gentleman. He's an extreme gentleman in every manner that I've ever dealt with him on. And really the prime one would be gas man. There's a lot of lawyers and there's a lot of engineers and a lot of all kinds of individual things, but there's only a few folks that are really gas men all the way through.
Richard, of course, came up through the pipeline and then the LDC. One of those kind of self-made men who had to learn it a lot and helped pioneer a lot of the stuff.
If you had an issue, operating issue, you'd call Richard. If you wanted to go fishing, you'd just call Richard. Or if you just wanted to talk about something, you could call Richard McIntosh, and Richard was a true friend, and we're all better off because we've known Richard in the Tennessee Gas Association.
Oh, Richard McIntosh, integrity is what absolutely stands out with Richard. I was always able to go to Richard if I had a question, and no matter what the answer was, he always came back with the right answer.
Richard McIntosh is a true Southern gentleman. When you think of Richard, he's been in the business over 40 plus years. He's got institutional knowledge. And I said earlier, the true Southern gentleman comes out in him, because when you can talk to him, you know he means what he's telling you. He's sincere about it. And he's one of those you can do business with that you don't have to have anything written down, nothing in writing. If he shakes your hand, tells you he's going to do it, by gosh, he's going to do it.
When I think of Richard, I think of two things. First is a family man. I never talk to Richard that I don't hear a hunting or a fishing story with his grandchildren. Now, the second one is he's a gas man. And I love talking to Richard to get all the history and all the evolution through the gas industry that he's been a part of, and just a wealth of knowledge.
I've always known Richard to be very loyal, very dependable, and he's always had the capability of handling any situation that comes up. I'm honored to be his friend, and I can't think of anybody more deserving of this award than Richard. And I'd like to say congratulations.
Hello everyone, I'm Chris McIntosh, Chief Photographer and a reporter at WJHL News Channel 11 in Johnson City, Tennessee. But more importantly, I'm Richard McIntosh's brother. Now, you know, I was just a young boy when Richard got involved in his career in the natural gas business. And you know, I used to see him go out at all hours of the night and day in all types of situations and weather to help folks out. And it's that lifetime of dedication to service that's got you here tonight, brother, and got this award for you. So on behalf of our parents, Garland and Eunice McIntosh, and the entire McIntosh clan spread out all over East Tennessee, I just want to say we love you, brother. You earned it. You deserve it. Congratulations.
He's been in the natural gas industry for over 40 years. Richard McIntosh has brought natural gas alive to customers, to fellow workers, to the overall community served by Powell Clinch Utility District. Born in Irwin, Tennessee, he married his high school sweetheart, the former Joan Maupin. They have 1 son, 3 daughters, 7 grandsons, and 2 granddaughters. They recently moved to a lovely farm in high school on Hines Creek, where he enjoys hunting, fishing, and the good life on the farm. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2014 Silver Flame Award is presented to a gas guy, Richard McIntosh.